You can also look at
What's the title?
so the cancer letter. It says beyond the 500 billion Stargate project.
No, what's the title?
That's the title of the article.
Oh, sorry,
Beyond
say it one more time.
beyond the 500 billion Stargate project, and that's the cancer letter. The New York Post has an article about it, the AI initiative into cancer research, and this is the largest investment ever in history into the cure to cancer.
Okay.
So Dean, what
first
do you
and
say to
foremost-
that? Since you said
so
he defunded cancer research.
So the first thing that I'll say to this is private funding, not public funding.
Yes.
And the second thing I'll say to this is it's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to go into cancer. The reason why I say that is
Source
because
Dean Withers.
sure, openai.com/index/announcing the Stargate project with dashes in between each word, which is the official announcement of this private investment from OpenAI, where they don't mention cancer research once.
Actually, when they announced it with Donald Trump at the White House, they specifically mentioned it was for cancer research, and not just cancer, actually, HIV and other things like that.
Well, I mean, I think if it was of utmost importance to them that they'd mention it in their official on-the-web announcement of the project at least one time, right?
Sure, I can look for you. Since I mean,
Like-
obviously you don't do
like-
very.
like, once
obviously,
again-
you're not very good at research, as you just said. Trump defunded cancer research when he actually
Yeah,
had the
did.
largest investment ever.
He blocked a $200 million initiative, but outside of that, yeah, if you go to the
Yeah,
official
he cut
announcement
federal
from
spending. Yes, correct.
OpenAI.com, what you'll see is they don't mention cancer once, and their on-website announcement of the Stargate project.
And what is it? Where are you seeing this? What's their website? OpenAI what?
OpenAI.com/index/announcing the Stargate project.
Okay. So it says Larry Ellison, Oracle CTO, and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman have announced core cancer research and healthcare goals. AI-driven early detection, utilizing AI to analyze blood tests for early and high sensitivity identifications of cancer,
on the URL
potentially
I just
before
gave you.
symptoms appear. Personalized mRNA vaccines, accelerated drug discovery, and specialized care using AI to allow doctors in remote locations to access and apply a
Yeah.
treatment.
What does the policy do though? Does it like mandate this practice is used? Does it invest public funds into doing this, or is it literally like what is it? Like is it just like oh private
just told you.
companies say they're going to do this? Private companies saying they're going to do something is not based upon the president of the United States, right, doing anything or the
Now
government
prepare to
doing
watch
anything.
these guys twist into pretzels and be against funding research to cancer.
I'm sorry,
So
you understand
OpenAI,
this
yes,
isn't the
that's a
government
private-
doing anything. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, this is privately funded, $500 billion of
So-
artificial intelligence
so what
was Donald
infrastructure,
Trump's-
which is in fact what
What
I
was
said,
Donald
the
Trump's
largest
role in Project
investment in
Stargate?
history.
What was
Into
Donald Trump's
cancer
role
research.
in Project Stargate?
What do you mean? What is his role in the
What did he
investment?
do?
is
I mean,
into-
you attributed this to Trump, so like, what did he do?
Well, not only did they roll it out at the White House,
So
for,
he
like, this
announced
is
it.
literally in.
So that's what he did. He announced it. That's all.
No, so this is obviously in correlation. So look,
So what did he do? Just be clear. What did Trump do?
so he's the one that's deregulating. He's the one that's allowing this. He's facilitating it. So he's a high profile promoter facilitating and deregulating the proponent.
Wait,
He
wait, wait,
announced-
wait. How's he facilitating it?
I'm reading
By
this to
allowing
you.
it?
So it
wait,
says
so you're saying that private
he
companies.
deregulated.
So you're saying that private companies, without the permission of the federal government, can make investments?
no. So the only reason this is happening is because in the announcement, like if you were to watch this, if you were Dean Withers and actually paid attention to current events and watched when this happened, the OpenAI CEO, SoftBank CEO, and Oracle CEO said this investment would have only happened under Donald Trump. Those were
Yeah,
their
why?
words.
Yeah, I mean,
because
the
he
same
I
way
just
Tim
told you,
Cook said we're going
because
to
he
move all this screen
facilitated it.
production back to Kentucky when they've been
Because
doing it
not
for the
only
last
do
20
they-
years. Listen, the rich,
I'm trying to answer your
ruling
question.
elite,
Let me know.
they will slob on the knob of whoever's in power. I will not take Sam Altman's word saying that this only happened because of Trump at face value for the same reason why we shouldn't have taken Tim Cook's word that they're going to move all of this screen production back to Kentucky when that's something they've already been doing for 20 years there. Like, that what matters here is that they are directly benefited by slobbing on thy knob of the president. They would be doing it if it was Kamala Harris. They did it when it's Biden. That is just simply the function of the billionaire, tech execs and how they operate in consideration to the federal government, especially when we have a president who loves adornment and praise so much. So you're going to have to be more specific about what he did in reference to the project, on top of just saying that he was a spokesperson that announced it. Like, what did he do?
Well, he's the one that initiated it. He's the one that deregulated and facilitated it. But it's funny you said that, because if that's the case, like, and if that's your logic, hold on,
wait, what specific
you need to
deregulation?
let me finish an answer. So if
What
that's your
specific
logic,
deregulation?
Dean, why isn't every tech CEO billionaire slobbing on Trump's knob? Why do we have tech CEOs that are
most of them are
against Donald Trump?
Wait, who?
Did you ask me a question? Sorry, I didn't
Yeah, I
hear
said
you.
who?
What tech CEOs are against Donald Trump?
Yeah.
There's many, like Jeff Bezos.
Okay. Do you have any other examples?
Jeff Bezos is against Trump?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, he
probably.
doesn't like Donald Trump. Sure, I mean, there's many.
Could you find a source for that one? Because I bet we can find a video of him glazing Trump. In the
Sure,
open.
Dario. Of course, they're gonna at a certain point.
Wasn't Jeff Bezos at his inauguration?
I don't know.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
Anyone could be at
Yeah.
Who
He
cares?
was.
So
Wait,
if you're at his inauguration, that
Does he have any other examples though? Like, is he just going to
Yes,
claim
I'm
Jeff
trying to,
Bezos
but Dean
and
is
that's
interrupting because he knows
Wait,
he's getting cooked.
Wait. So, first and foremost, Jeff Bezos was at his
Tim Cook from
inauguration, and
Apple,
second of all,
Mark
Amazon
Zuckerberg,
contributed
Tim
to the inaugural
Sweeney,
committee.
Brad Smith. Do you want me to keep going?
Wait,
Brad
wait,
Smith
so-
is from Microsoft.
All of these
Tim Sweeney
people
from
have
Epic
glazed
Games,
Trump,
Mark
by the
Zuckerberg
way.
from Meta. Tim Cook
All
from
of these
Apple.
people have glazed Trump.
Tim
No, they
Cook
they don't
glazed
like Trump. They don't support Trump.
Yes, Tim Cook glazed Trump. He shook his
How
hand
did he
and
glaze
gave him,
Trump?
Of course, by meeting with him saying, yes, thank you so much, sir. We're going to go ahead and announce this $500 billion investment. Now, here's a little momentum that we handcrafted for you, Mr. President. And it was like this glass thing with the Apple signature on it. And they said, because of you, we're announcing the $500 billion investment, and we're going to start building all of our screens in Kentucky. I think he even gave him a literal gold bar. And listen, you're actually proving my point, because I definitely think that Tim Cook hates Trump, okay? We see that Tim Cook is a massive... we
See, you
that
just
Tim
proved
Cook-
my point.
No, I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. We see that Tim Cook puts a massive preference on, being environmentally friendly. We see that Tim Cook actually upholds seemingly more liberal ideals outside of the exploitation of minerals in the Congo, all right? That's why I say liberal. But then when it comes time, push to shove, Donald Trump wins the election, he's inaugurated. He's over there slobbing on his knob, giving him the gold bar, giving him the glass with the Apple engraving, saying, because of you, we're announcing this investment and we're going to start building the screens in Kentucky. You know, they're greasing the wheels a little bit on him. And that's what they do. That's what a tech CEO is going to do for their company if they want it to perform well under Trump. And that's why I'm asking you here to provide the very specific things that Donald Trump did in connection to this deal. You said that, well, he got them to make that investment. Okay, I don't think so. I don't think that the word of anyone.
Well, they said it
man
themselves.
Will be.
It doesn't matter if you don't think so. The tech CEOs said it themselves.
The dictation of the investment is going to be made based upon the foreseen ROI, right? Not the word of anyone man. And then you said, well, the only reason why they could make this investment was because of him and because of what he deregulated. This actually goes back to Parker's question specifically. What did he deregulate that allowed this investment to take place that would have prevented it otherwise?
Sure, I can go into that. But real quick, I want to address everything else you said.
Of course, he's not going to first
I
directly
just said
answer
I would
that
address
on here.
that, but he just mentioned
I
a
want
bunch
you to
of
answer
shit
that,
you
and
don't
then
want
I'm
me
gonna
to
go
touch
to the
on.
stuff
And that's
I
what he
like.
does. That's how Dean debates, by the way. He will say a bunch of bullshit and then end it with a question so you don't get to address the bullshit he said. So
Well, I
with
just want
Dean's
you to address
logic,
that
just
first,
because
'cause I gotta go
someone
start
meets
my
with
life.
Donald Trump
How about
is
you just address
respectful.
it first since Parker has to go?
What was that?
Address the question first since Parker has to go. Just answer the question.
Because Parker has to go. I'm sorry, I don't cater to Parker's needs.
Well, to be fair,
I will
Parker
address
asked
it.
you
If
this-
Parker cares,
to be
if Parker
fair-
cares for the
to-
answer,
to be-
he can wait. If
To be fair, Parker asked you this question
wait until I'm
like
done.
10 minutes ago.
if Parker cares for the answer, he
How
can
about
wait until
this?
I'm done.
All right, I concede the other point. Now answer Parker's question.
I don't care if you concede. I'm still gonna
It seems
fucking
like
say
you're
what I need to
scared.
say. It seems like you're scared for me to address the bullshit you said.
No, I just fully conceded the point.
You
It's all
said
bullshit.
with your logic,
Now answer Parker's question.
if someone visits Donald Trump, it acts respectful and gives him a gift, then therefore, say Mamdani meeting with Donald Trump and fucking being respectful is him glazing Trump, and therefore Mamdani is a fucking
Another
Republican
good
now who
example.
supports
Another
Donald
good
Trump.
example. Yes, Mamdani
Hold on,
hates
Dean.
Trump.
See,
but then
now
when
Dean's
he,
gonna distract, so I don't get to
another
answer.
good example. Mamdani hates Trump, but then when Mamdani went to the White House, Mamdani Loki was slobbing on him in order to get, the best possible treatment for the residents of New York City. Yes, he was really nice to Trump to get more preferential treatment for the people in New York City. That's actually a great point that proves mine. Now, answer Parker's question.
I was trying to, Dean, but again, your fucking ego is way too huge. You needed to interrupt,
Yeah.
which doesn't prove your fucking point actually whatsoever.
It does. Anyways, answer Parker's
Because
question.
yeah, someone's gonna glaze Trump if it's like convenient for them. That's kind of the whole fucking point.
Exactly. Like the tech CEOs.
Right? Does that mean
Now
they
answer
support
Parker's
Trump?
question. Now, you're asking a new question.
Does that mean they
Answer
support
Parker's.
Trump, Dean?